So welcome everyone again. So as you know, we are going to discuss about a website for like shoe sales online for one of our clients, PNG. So we have divided the sort of parts or the aim for this particular brainstorm into four parts. One is business requirements, where we'll be talking about the requirements which are needed for the business, of course. And second thing about your budget of the project and the internal resourcing which are needed in it. And the last one is about the specifications that are needed for that particular project. So we'll just start off with business requirements. Who's going first?
I'm going first, and I just think for the business requirement, the first requirement should be the business structure, and we should register the business, and that should be our first requirement. And also, the what is the platform of our business? That should be the main points for the business requirement. And, yeah.
Business structure, the structure which is needed to draft our businesses. And the
Yes.
second one is platform. So this is an interesting point about platform. What platforms are we considering now?
For example, I guess we should consider the Java for now.
Mhm. Java is a good platform for web development, yes, because it's very easy to develop and user
Yeah,
friendly.
exactly.
What else, guys?
So Mega, why do you think we need to prefer with Java? So why can't we go with our own website?
Yeah, because I guess the Java platform is much better because it is more easy to use and it is cheaper. And most of the outsourcing we can do is the Java is always available to every outsourcing company, and we don't need to be so much worried about that. And that platform is always easy to use, and it is a user platform. So even
Why
the
don't you think if we create our own website, that should be like if we started our own website, so there should be like very much benefits, and we can hire number of employees according to that. So there is like more benefits with this
So,
as well.
although I think that we are talking about business required, so I
Yeah.
also do not agree with like going with Java. Like there are other different platforms. We have to do like proper research on that. But uh, yeah, so I don't think we need to like for business required. We need to discuss about which software we are using, like which Java we are using. Like there are so many. Uh, why don't we use like simple one, HTML?
Yes, we can think about it as well
Yeah.
because all softwares are good. But according to me, as a person and when I'm starting a business, the Java is the most simple and more data the person that any user can use. So initially, I can use it, but after that, we can change our platform. But platform changing is not that easy. So Java is always the best option among all, and especially when we are we don't know we are outsourcing and we are doing individually. That is a scope that we can talk about later,
Yeah,
but
correct, Megha.
right now.
I think what you have said is definitely correct, and let's stick to the point that we're actually trying to develop our own website here. That's not the point that we're discussing. What we're actually trying to discuss here is about the platform that we're using
Exactly, that
for the particular application. So
yes.
I definitely agree with Mega saying that Java is the best and user-friendly platform when they're constructing the application. So we'll stick to Java for now, and we'll actually move on to the other set of requirements that we need. Like, do we need any resources, manpower involved in it?
So what do you think others, like what are the other requirements should be over there for the.
Maybe something like a web development team.
Yes. So when we talk about the web development team, I guess there should be the 6 developers and 2 testers and other 2 the business analysts. So analysts should be there. So is it a good point or not?
Yes, I think definitely that's a good point of having a team, a structured team to actually design your website, develop it, and test it is really important. Uh,
Uh, yeah,
yes, Ujjwal, please go on.
sorry. Yeah. So what about stakeholders for our business?
Yes. What about
Hiring, yeah, stakeholder, like hiring stakeholder for our business. Is that a good plan for our business?
so
What do you think?
you're saying we need to I understand stakeholders as someone which are like which are really relevant to that particular project and who are working around that particular project.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, we do need them. That's what we are discussing now.
Okay.
So do we need to hire the stakeholders? I don't think the stakeholders need to be hired.
Well, he meant the team that we already have, so that's not the point.
Okay.
We are the stakeholders in a sense.
Yeah, right. So we'll go with the next one. That's the so again, I would like to highlight one more point when we talk about requirements, right? So we spoke about having a team which can develop and which can construct. Yes, definitely correct. And having a platform to develop your website, absolutely needed. And the other functional requirements like the different functionalities, right? Like the checkout option or like adding it to the bag and all these sort of functional requirements will be also coming up. But those will be discussed later in the specification section. The non-functional requirements which are needed are like something like, you know, the capacity of the website, like how many people are visiting the website and how can it hold the total number of people on that particular website is also something which is really important. Right. Having said that, we'll go to the next thing, which is the budgeting and internal resourcing. So what do you guys think about budgeting? Like, do you have any idea about which type of budgeting would be better?
Um, I guess the if we outsource our software and that the software as services, that is the much better in the financially. Reason being, when we outsource is the expert choice, and we know it is quite cheaper sometimes, and we go for the best option, and it is more it is the thing that we require, and it is less time consuming and less effortly, and we do not need to put more effort on the software, rather than we need to put more effort on our marketing things. So it is much better option when
Right.
we go for that.
Right.
I don't think so. The software has much good security. So what you have planned for, like if you're really interested with the software,
Yeah.
so what are the security reasons you can opt for that?
I definitely think that any outsourcing company do have a agreement or the contract that which will secure our privacy and not leak our data. So it is always a point over the outsourcing the data. And sometimes if we are doing something individually, that is also a risk. So if we are taking the something from the others and from outsourcing companies, that is also risk. So that risk is much better than less sale. So I guess that is much better.
Right.
But I think
Agree with that.
creating own website is like worth taking the risk than not being secure, not knowing that my files are not being secure. You know, because once they leak it, the whole thing that we did for so long will just go away.
Yeah, that is also a point, but we need, the risk of taking a bad thing and we don't sell anything, and also it is much expensive, time consuming, and more effortfully, is the thing that I'm not in a favor. But I can take your point as well always. But for me, and we all can do it as a democracy, we can always vote for it. And
Right.
but having that as a outsourcing is less expensive, and for the very start we always think about the budget rather than the data leaking, because for the start we don't have that much data, and we don't have that much people, and we will definitely go for the best company for the outsource, not that best, because that best will be expensive, but the company which is more reliable.
Right, right. Abdul Ghaffur, you have something to say? I can see you putting up the hand. Yep. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I think so. If she's saying data, so do we have any data security and data integration process with that?
Yes, definitely. We will sign a contract, and after that, only we will be the people, or the people. Our resources will be the people
But
who
I
can.
don't think so. It may be like it does not come into our budget.
Yeah.
So
let's take a chance and then we will think about it.
okay, just I was wondering if we
Yeah,
get
I think
something in our budget,
what
but
Mega
let's see
sort of
how it goes.
Abdul. Sorry for interrupting there, Abdul. I think what Mega says is about having a, you know, an encryption technique in place, which is not much
Exactly.
like you have asked. Like you asked about budget a lot. So encryption techniques are like something like data masking, which is like really easy techniques that can be done just by Googling. I think that's a very good point of having the experts dealing your own set of website design than you're actually starting off, since this is a new project. And masking and data masking can definitely address the issues of privacy and data breach, definitely. Apart from that, what sort of specifications that you guys are thinking like we might need to have for our particular project?
We need to, I think we need to make it client friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so our website should be very like easy to use for any users who uses it for the first time. It should not be too much of chaos to use it. Everything should be in a click, and then it should also, our website also should be able to operate from mobile phone. Is a lot of people uses cell phone these days.
Yeah, I think that's something which we need to discuss later on. I think we don't have the mobile application in place for this particular meeting. All what we are talking is about the website online. So it's about the web application, not the mobile application. So some other options which I thought might be interesting, probably you can contradict if you don't like any of these, is one of them is having a search engine optimization, which can be plugged in with Google sort of tools to analyze the customer data or the insights developed from it, and so that we can apply it to our promotions and sort of discounts for our internal tools. And also having multiple payment platforms is also important, because people pay differently using different cards. So integration for payment is also, which is important, I feel. So what do you guys think on these? Abdul
Uh,
Ghaffar?
I think that should be all right.
Yes.
uh, I,
Well,
I I think we might. How much it's gonna cost us to provide those facility, like provide those things inside our software?
Yeah, that's something we have discussed in the budget thing, where we need to come up with the cost of actions that we have spoken before. So we have spoke about different options of budgeting, and we'll be coming up with a comparative analysis for that. So keeping aside the costing factors, like what all the other factors do you think can come into specifications?
Now we can advertise it. Our new online shopping, advertise it.
So you feel advertising is more important than actually having a analytic tool which can give the insights of the customer
I
data?
I
Can
think
we do the like that chatting and something over there, the feedback option in our site? Is
Mhm.
that the option?
Yeah, we can definitely have a feedback and online support option, which will help us in understanding the customer needs better.
Exactly.
That's
I think
definitely.
there should
That
be a
should be
proper
live
setup.
chat or live support.
uh, I yeah, but I think the feedback should be only for us. Like it should be like only for us. We can only be the one who can read it, not the other clients.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So what is the another point? Are we going for the internal resourcing and budgeting?
Yes, so internal resourcing and budgeting we have discussed, where we have two options. You
Yeah,
told SaaS, which is software as a service, and
exactly.
Iqbal said we will be developing our own set of website,
Yes.
for which we'll be coming up with a cost comparative analysis to see which one is better. Because obviously we have addressed about data privacy and like masking things. The only
Yeah.
thing which we have in place right now is budget. So
Yes.
because we being a small and medium business, our budgets will also be constrained to the less cost effective things. So we'll be discussing on the cost effectiveness in the next meeting. That's been taken care. So now we are talking about specifications. Do you think any more specifications which can be like attractive, so that we can customize it according to the audience across different demographics? Can we do that? Is that possible?
Yes, that is possible. The user interface is the one of the top factor that we should think when we are doing the specifications at the deadline, that what attracts customers and what should be the main point of our website.
Yep. Perfect. I think the specifications that we have dealt with is pretty much good about integrations and different tools that we're using in.
Exactly.
What I've done is I have noted down all the points that we have discussed now based on the requirements and the specifications that are needed. So what I'll do is after this call, I'll send out a meeting of minutes which we have discussed about all these things. And
Sure.
what I want Ujjwal and Abdul to do is to come up with a cost mapping or a cost-effective sheet, which explains all these set of specifications involved in the two set of budgeting options that we have seen, and decide which one's better. Right? Probably Mega can evaluate it, then we can take it forward. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Yes. So
All good. That's
Okay, so that's it from my end. So it's great to have you guys. Thanks for all your valuable insights. I'll be sending out the minutes of meeting shortly. Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks.